Good to see you, my friend. We're going to get his headphones on. So I got a story for you, Marty.
I'm all ears.
All right, so I think it was 2 years ago, University of Houston playing Oklahoma. Okay, you're at the game.
The Eric King.
Yes, absolutely. Great game. I was there doing television for ABC 13, and we were standing at the end of the game, and you were talking to everybody who would talk to you. You spoke to me for a while. We actually went back and forth on social media. You were so kind and gracious to the young journalists that were trying to learn how to be journalists there from Oklahoma. I just always thought that was so cool to see you spending time and being so genuine.
Well, thank you. I feel like that's just how we should be.
Right.
I've been so blessed to have so many people believe in me and help me and infuse me with confidence when maybe I didn't have it. And I say all the time, you're going to roll your eyes and think this is hokey, but it's the truth. I truly believe we don't have to have Bill Gates' money to change the world.
Right.
If you walk into the Starbucks in the morning and you say hello to the barista, they might be having a bad day. And you taking a moment to engage in their life, you might rewrite their day. And then the guy behind you in line might not be having the best day, but because you've changed that barista's day, they might ask about his day. And then his day's changed. And then he gets in the car and he's pulling into traffic and he lets a guy in. Now you've changed that guy's day. I know you might, it's like a roll your eyes thing, but it's the truth. Kindness is so important right now. And so that's nothing. Taking a moment to chat with people is our responsibility. And I've been so grateful for the people that did it for me. So that's that.
I've always wanted to learn about your career path because I remember when you started at ESPN and how you have exploded the last couple of years. Take me through how you got there and then the opportunities that you were hacking away at.
It's a long road, so I'll try to give you the abridged version.
Okay.
I started in NASCAR racing. That's kind of where I started in television. I'm a writer by trade. That's what I studied in school, print journalism. Was a print reporter and columnist for several years at newspapers and the internet. And then ESPN called in 2006, and I thought they had the wrong number because I'd never done TV. Well, they gave me an opportunity, going back to people that gave me a chance and saw something. And I talked to my wife, Lainey, about it, and we decided to jump in with both feet. And then the chess match sort of happened where this person maybe wasn't right for a role. So they're moved. Another person jumps in that role. Okay, this guy can maybe fill that for now. And that continued to happen for me among the NASCAR broadcast team. Well, where it got really interesting was 2014, we finished covering NASCAR. We lost the broadcast rights to NBC. So I don't really know what's coming, but I decided to re-sign at ESPN and bet on myself. I didn't know if they were going to send me to cover the Cornhole Championships or the chainsaw race out in Wyoming. I'm in. I want to see what's out there. And so I get home from the last race of the 2014 NASCAR season thinking I have 6 weeks off. Open up my phone. As soon as I get home, there's an email from Lee Fitting, he was the executive producer of College Game Day at the time. He now runs all of football at ESPN. He's like, Marty, Lee Fitting, you belong in college football. Your passion is college football. Start studying. I'm going to embed you with one of the 4 teams that qualify for the inaugural college football playoff. I may as well have been reading a foreign language. I was like, is this real life? and sure enough, they did. They embedded me with Ohio State, who had Ezekiel Elliott, Joey Bosa, Michael Thomas, Darren Lee, Raekwon McMillan. They had pros everywhere. Curtis Samuel. And, of course, they had Cardale Jones, a quarterback, and they wrote a movie script. They won the national title. Coach Meyer. And I lived that whole thing with them. And it's just been continuous new opportunities since then. And I'll never get used to it. I just can't believe that so many people have given me these opportunities and blessings. And I don't forsake them, man. I give it every last ounce of everything I have because to whom much is given, much is expected.
Absolutely. That is a wonderful story. And I'm seeing you work in the room here. Smile. You love this, right? This kind of environment, you love it.
I just can't. So I grew up on a cattle farm. Like, I know what work is. I know that when my daddy would wake me up at 5:30 in the morning and we drive from our home down to our farm and he'd I'd say, what are we doing today? And he'd be like, grab that electric sander right there, climb up on top of the barn, sand down the rust spots and repaint them all day long. And you're on top of this tin roof of this barn in July, baking like cooking like an egg. That's work. We're talking about sports. I mean, it's awesome. And on top of that, not only did we get the blessing of talking about sports, ESPN has given Ryan McGee and myself this unbelievable platform to not only discuss sports and interview coaches and players and dignitaries and celebrities and on, but also be who we are. That's a rare blessing in this game. You guys know that. And so, like I see, like all this, like Jimbo Fisher, all right? I met Jimbo Fisher in 2013. I got sent to Texas A&M as right before they went to the national championship. And he and I sat there, and he kicked it. He was, of course, the coach at Florida State at the time, kicked his feet up on the desk and had his Tony Lamas up there on the desk in his office. And we didn't talk about football for 1 second. He's infatuated with Dale Earnhardt.
Wow.
He wanted everything I had about Dale Earnhardt. And the relationship that he and I built since that time has offered me opportunity I never would have dreamed. So I'm so blessed, man.
So you're talking Jimbo there. What do you think about the job he's done there?
Killing it, dude.
Isn't he?
Okay. A few years ago, I had a show called Marty Smith's America, which is now defunct. But he and I rode horses together on his land in Texas. And just riding around and chatting with one another. And I asked him, this was before he started at A. He'd taken the job but hadn't started yet, hadn't played a game yet. And I said, what is your expectation? What is success? He said, it's to win the West, to win the league, and to win national championships. That's the only reason I'm here. And you kind of go, you remember Nick Saban's in your league. At the time, Gus Malzahn's in your league. LSU was kind of coming at that. So you go, okay, cool. Like, I get it. That's cool. What he did last year was amazing. And the recruiting that he's doing. Oh, there we are, right there on the horses. Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah.
The recruiting that he's doing is amazing. His demand for the best versions of themselves, of his players, the culture shift. Like, I love Kevin Sumlin. I love that man. But the culture shift that occurred when Jimbo came in there, it was just like a different demand for excellence. And it's working. I mean, he lost one game last year in an the debate was on and could continue to raise that they belonged in a playoff.
I think they did.
So I think he's doing amazing things, man. And he's just getting started.
Well, Marty, let me just tell you this. I know I got to pull you away here, but there's certain interviews you do that you feel better about yourself, and these are one of those, man.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate your kindness.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for that and the platform to share that. Look, we control 3 things every day. We control kindness, effort, and passion. We control how nice we're going to be to people. We control how badly we want to succeed in whatever the mission is. And we control the positive energy we bring to it. That's us.
Yes, it is.
We decide that. And every single day I try to preach that. If my kids were here, they'd be rolling their eyes. They're like, God, Dad, shut up. Because I say that to them every day.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make that a cut, and I'm going to listen to it daily because I needed to hear that.
My man.
Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thank you, guys.
There he goes, Marty Smith, ESPN. What a great conversation. And I'm telling you, thank you, brother. I met him a couple years back, and I was just like, wow, is he really that nice? And he absolutely really is that nice. And he wasn't just with me. It was with everybody out there. So I really appreciate the opportunity to chat with Marty. And hopefully those of you watching the stream on TexAgs.com saw the genuineness, the smile in his face. You know what? You're right. You do control those 3 things.